We are in the semi-final of the ZOTAC Cup now, and we have TeamLiquid going up against Gamers2. And TeamLiquid, they have been on the #1 spot in the ranking on Stormcraft.com for ages now. They are just so damn strong. They also won DreamHack Bucharest, of course, and Gamers2, they really want to come back and reach the finals now. But here on Dragon Shire, in the best of one, they have to go up against the Spaniards. And this is not going to be easy. Gamers2, on the other hand, was trying to go straight into a composition with Illidan once more. And one part, of course, would be Abathur. They still like the hero, they played a lot when they focus on Illidan. And right now for TeamLiquid, we're having also one player missing. Grandpa Kette is not with the team today, so they have a substitute player. They're playing with Killercino here. And in this case, they actually picked Abathur away from Gamers2. So pretty interesting composition that we're going to see here for TeamLiquid. And the same is also true for Gamers2. They utilized, for example, a Nubarak, which is of course another hero that really started to make a big comeback with the new patch. So we're going to jump into the game here on Dragon Shire to find out which team is going to take it. Is it going to be Gamers2? Or will TeamLiquid prevail once again?
Alright everybody, the game is on! Dragon Shire is the map and we are having TeamLiquid going up against Gamers2. TeamLiquid in this case is playing with a substitute player since Killercino could not... since Grandpa Kette could not join them today. Killercino is instead playing for them, so another Spaniard. To the left side of the map we are having them in, well, actually we're having them in blue. The colors here are a bit screwed up, so yeah, something with that overlay here. We're having Vortex playing Brightwing, we see Black Scop and Sylvanas, Killercino is playing Abathur, Lucifer on Mirrodin, the dwarf is back, and Falcon on Zagara. To the right side of the map, it is Gamers2 with ADRD on ETC, Leo from Korea and Malfurion, Juve on Illidan, Shihu on Illidan, on Nubarak, and Nika on Falstad. Alright. So yeah, nothing happened so far. I was cutting it a bit close there. My apologies for that. And look at that! The level 1 talent on Abathur, Survival Instincts taken here. What are they gonna do? I find that a bit curious because what I expected was a support build for maybe Mirrodin or for one of the heroes, which is still untouched by the recent changes of Blizzard to the backdoor attempting Abathur. Back then you could with a 13 talent get the range upgrade for your locusts, and what that would do is it would enable your locusts to outrange the opponent's keeps and forts, so you could basically just tunnel behind an enemy keep and then drop those locusts on level 16 with the locust brood, and then you just like could take down you could just simply backdoor the base, which was pretty sick. But in this case they are going still for that locust build, and I find that interesting. So Killercino, how is that going to work out for them today? We're having Lucifer and Vortex in the mid lane right now, the brothers, the Moreno brothers, doing their thing. Reconstitution taken on level 1 for Zagara here with the composition that we're seeing for TeamLiquid. In regards to the talents, maybe pointing out that Anubarak is not going for the full Beetle build is also quite interesting here, since he's currently running with the increased range on Impale. So normally when you see that Impale build, you go Impale into Beetles on level 4 and then Impale again on level 7. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going for that, or if that build changed a bit for them. Juve on Illidan is pretty much doing the thing that Illidan did the entire time. Oh, well, that's not including dying, though. Even though Lucifer missed the stun, but ETC is already moving away here. ADRD going, of course, for the Power Slide build, where you have on level 1 and on level 4 the Power Slide talents, and that helps you with a lot of control in those fights. There are a few other options on ETC, going for a full heal build. It can be pretty troll if you're going for a quick match setup, but in this case they are of course going for the more serious build here. Shihu is starting to move back, and that could actually be the first Dragon Knight in the hands of TeamLiquid here. We're having Brightwing going for Bribe on level 1, good polymorph against Shihu, making sure that in this case Lucifer gets access to the Dragon Knight, and that is a very early one. Shortly after the 2-minute mark, here comes still the Adrenal Overlord on level 4. I'm really interested to see how exactly he's going to play that. So Adrenal Overlord, of course, more of an indicator that they want to go for the support build here again on Abathur, which we oftentimes see played by Gamers2, which is probably one of the reasons why they picked it away, that TeamLiquid is simply thinking, you are not going to get your Illidan composition with Abathur, we're going to pick that away and we're going to play Abathur instead. The Thunderclap build again on Mirrodin. Very important here, of course, to go for those talents. You want to have a bit of control against a hero like Illidan. Mirrodin is a great counter against the hero right now, since Blizzard buffed the attack speed slow on level 1 with a reverberation now to 50%, which is absolutely insane. It's great to have that. Ah, good move by Lucifer, but he is getting jumped. He's trying to get away here. Vortex is helping out him, speeding him up, and Gamers2 not getting the kill here. so the dwarf is once again escaping. And of course we all still remember that amazing battle that we saw at DreamHack, where Lucifron on his Muradin single-handedly defeated 4 heroes that were going for the core and saved his team the game. That was one of their most insane games ever. Like, that finish was crazy good. But right now we're having at the top lane Falcon with all of the control that he has thanks to the creeps, 2 more that he already planted down. And of course Zagara is still one of those great pushing heroes that we see in the game, which is exactly what we're seeing from Falcon right now. Pushing that lane in. Unstable poison taken on level 7 for Sylvana, so that will help with that. Down to the bot lane apparently. Oh, Sylvana's actually going to die here. That's unfortunate. They're going to miss out on quite a bit of experience if Brightwing is not able to get over there, which is exactly what he's trying to do. AD, RD, and Leo were trying to intercept him, but at the top lane we still have Zagara. Level 7 talent now for both of the teams, and in this case we're having, of course, the double power slide talents on ETC, as I already pointed out. The interesting part, though, is that we're having loudspeakers here with the increased range on knockback. And that is pretty cool. Most of the ETCs that we've seen so far go for Guitar Hero to at least have a bit of self-sustain and heal. We've been talking about that in the matches before. But since I pointed it out already, level 7 is still a talent where you have a few things that you can adjust. And this is one of the things that you can go for, the loudspeakers. And he's already using that. Same is also true for the level 16 talent, for example, where you have similar options for the hero. We have a beetle build on level 7 as well, going for the Leeching Scarabs and the Legion of Beetles. So pretty cool to see that right now. With level 1 you would get additional damage on them, but I think right now it's just about the sustain on an Uberak, since they're still running this with 2 healers, 2 tanks there, I'm not too worried about that. And they have their increased range on Impale, so that's actually pretty cool. Leo on the other hand is suddenly in trouble, and Nika here with the damage, thanks to his lightning, but they're getting both pushed back. Talking about level 7 a bit more, we have Needle Spine taken on the side of Abathur here. So Abathur going straight for that extended range and damage talent for his hero. With Lucifron going for battle momentum, it's actually another Dragonite already taken by TeamLiquid, by the way. Yeah, with Lucifron going for battle momentum here, this is a pretty cool talent to take if you're going for that Thunderclap build in general. Just because you get so many Thunderclaps during those battles, you can do a lot. And of course you get another jump every now and then, and that saves his ass just now. Lucifron once again surviving, and Black Scorp with a nice Haunting Wave jumps away from the rest of his team. The Dragonite is still there, and Vortex is trying to do the damage, but up at the top lane we're having Falcon in a bit of trouble. But there's still Killercino that can help him out on his Abathur. Down to the bot lane, that's where the party really starts. And we're seeing now on level 7 also the advancement of the Boomerang build that we're having for Falstad, with Gathering Power taken and Boomerang. Pretty old school here. Oh, clearing the wave. Black Scorp tries to get away. Oh, that was a great punt. Look at AD already here. He's in trouble, and Black Scorp could actually take him out. He needs to be careful. Power slide. Oh my god, he misses the arrow. Here comes the shield and just barely taken out. But yeah, that miss on the arrow, on the Wailing Arrow, that nearly took down Black Scorp here. He of course was trying to silence his opponent and then eliminate him. But missing that, the power slide was still possible, and that was a close call there. Very, very close. Falcon at the top lane talking about close calls, trying to go for Illidan. Illidan with Metamorphosis. Both teams on level 10 now, of course. The kill against Zagara and the jump against Vortex, eliminating now the second hero of TeamLiquid as well. We have 3 kills against 2 in this case, and Gamers2, they are once again on eye level when it comes to experience here against their opponents. Monstrosity taken for Abathur, so they're going for a bit of a push build here. Very strong pushing talents, not only Zagara, but we're having Monstrosity as well. We're seeing, of course, the Survival Instinct taken, and also the Unstable Poison on Sylvanas. So this could really end up in a game where they are trying to rush down a lane when their opponents is starting to move in a bit. Currently we're seeing Locust Swarm taken together with Stage Dive. We have the Hinterland Blast, in this case Tranquility. Over here, of course, it's Devouring Maw, and good moves on Gamers2 on the map. The Polish team is doing quite well here. We have up to the top lane, currently Killercino right there. Falcon is starting to move in now as well, the Monstrosity being controlled. Monstrosity is actually like a fun thing, like you can really get a lot of hit points on this one. 5,000 hit points is definitely possible if you play that in the late game and you keep close tabs on it, if you always move it back a bit so it's not all the way at the front. Down here on the other hand, that's where we're seeing Gamers2 pushing in, and quite hard at that. Lucifron has to jump away, but it's really difficult to match the pushing power of Sylvanas and Zagara. Sylvanas and Zagara just work so well together because Black Scorp with the Sylvanas can simply use the Black Arrow to immobilize, well, not immobilize, but to just completely lock down a turret, a forward, like whatever, so that it doesn't hit anymore, and then you can move in with the Zagara, do the damage, and that monstrosity alone already helps. And ETC as the lone survivor here trying to fight that. Good luck with that. Just look at it. The fort at the top lane is already done. They didn't even get the one at the bot lane to half health, so Gamers2 is really losing out in that exchange. They're trying to kill Black Scorp here with an Uberak up at the top lane, but down here they are in trouble with Yoba and also Leo from Korea. So once again, great moves here by TeamLiquid. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this a lot. So once again, of course, up to the top lane, Black Scorp here. Killercino, the substitute player for... yeah, the substitute player for Brand Paquette is doing a great job as well. And they take the Bombard Strain. They still take the Bombard Strain. So after, even though it got nerfed, they're going for that build where they're trying to push the lanes. The entire setup that they're having here is not designed to necessarily team fight. It's more something where they just try to outpush. And their game control that they get with this is actually great. They're having the 3rd Dragonite right now, Dragonite number 3, and they're just like taking down structures, pushing lanes. And that's one of the key trademarks of TeamLiquid's plays in general, that they are always able to push lanes very, very hard. And it's very difficult for an opponent to capitalize even on a fight that they won because of that. We're having on level Groupies taken on 13. It's the standard talent right now, so that you have a bit of team heal now too. And here comes Life Seed, so full heal build on the side of Gamers2, where the Burning Rage taken for an Uberak, something that the Russians introduced into the game once again in the last few patches. Here comes the Static Shield also for Falstad, which makes it a bit easier for him to survive, but of course it takes Giant Killer away. That's what you give up for it. Oh, Black Scorp, he got interrupted. He gets the wave in, and the Hinterland Blast doesn't hit shit, but Juve is gonna finish him off regardless. Yeah, good kill there. So they get this one in, but they're still behind in experience, and Falcon in the mid lane is still doing his thing. Over here, Grooved Spines for the Hunter Killers has been taken. Uh-oh, here comes ETC. Once again, the punt. Somebody wants to go to the NFL. We have Falcon dropping out, though, and even with the Maw, he blocks himself more or less and goes down. So another good kill for Gamers2. But this is a really nicely paced game. I'm liking this. Oh, wow, the stun and the Polymorph silence against Juve on his Illidan. 4 heroes, 5 heroes still alive, pushing against the 3 that we have there. Yeah, we could actually see Killercino jumping in and try to push this lane in just a second. He's not using his burrow just yet, but he could. Well, he doesn't have 16 yet, so there's nothing really to do for him. I'm a bit too fast. I'm ahead of things already. So yeah, we're having Lucifer now helped out by Abathur, trying to control this for now. Vortex jumping in. Whoa! Yeah, Gamers2, they are done playing, aren't they? I mean, they are moving in and really starting to bring the pain right now. Job well done thus far. Looking at the 16 talents, we're definitely going to see the Locust Brood here. And, well, Stone Form taken, the second Hunter Killer talent, Critterize also on the board. And where's that Locust Brood? Blood for Blood taken. Or is he going to go for a different build? No, of course not. There's Locust Brood, and now he can start to jump in. That's exactly what he does. That's why you hate, by the way, walls as Abathur, because they're always where you don't want them to be, and then your opponent knows exactly where you are and can try and take you out. Look at that unstable poison there. Wow! The wave clear on Black Scorp. 16 talents now, of course, also for their opponents, and this is where the Blood for Bloods are once again making an appearance on the side of Illidan and Nubarak. Tenacious Roots, Overdrive for the extra burst damage on Falstad, and the Echo Paddle. Looking at the stats just a bit and the damage, look at that siege damage that we are seeing on the side of Zagara. 74,000. Wow! Talking about Zagara. Wow, she gets blown out of the orbit immediately. Illidan jumping in with Metamorphosis. Killercino is like, fuck that, I'm out of here. Runs away and drops another Locust Brood before he helps somebody out. But Muradin uses his Stone Form a bit too late. That was actually a bit of a screw-up on the side of Lucifer. You don't see that too often, but yeah, he used his Stone Form very, very late here for the heal. That was a bit unfortunate for him. Not quite sure if he would have survived if he would have used it, but that was a very, very late use of his ability. So I guess he was a bit overwhelmed by what was going on there. Now, of course, Gamers2 in control of those team fights. They're doing extremely well with that and starting to take a lead in experience too. But with the 16 talent, Killercino really has to start to bring the push now. They need to use that somehow. It's a very, very fast-paced game that we see here. And the cool thing is, of course, just to see the dynamic of the game itself. At the beginning, the pushing power of TeamLiquid really coming through, showing greatly how much you can do with that. But now that the team fights are becoming a bit more important and those death timers are increasing, TeamLiquid is starting to be, I don't want to say in trouble, but they're really starting to struggle here. Nice moves. Shiku with a follow-up attempt. Oh, an ETC with a stage dive. Going for Vortex. Can he jump away? Blink heal. Yes, he blinks heal to Falcon, and they get away. The stun against, in this case, this time he used Stone Form very early, and Lucifron survives for now. Abathur is all over the map right now. He's up at the top lane right now. Trying to take that quick... Yeah, trying to deny the Dragon Knight, and he does well with that. He gets it. They are still very close in experience, and the monstrosity is on the way, and Abathur is and burrows away. So immediately gone, and of course Juve is already on his way to take this one, but down to the bot lane, Lucifron is capping another shrine. Apparently ADRD and Nika didn't really see that. They don't move in, help out against it, and Abathur still right over here. Cool play. I'm really liking this. This is good fun. This is a good game. This is very, very enjoyable. The problem, of course, that currently Abathur is having is that he doesn't have the global mines, and without the global mines you are very limited in your vision to where you can actually jump with Abathur. If you have global mines, you simply put the mines, for example, right over here. You can put them here, you drop the locusts, and they start doing damage. So that's pretty cool. But like this, you have to go with the waves. You have no other choice than doing that. And I'm curious about the level 20 talents that we're going to get there. So right now, Abathur getting the shrine, another shrine taken, up in the mid lane. Lucifron is trying to go for it, but yeah, Abathur is helping him out. Where's that stone form? There it is, using that, and they're going oh, the hinterland blast. Oh my god, I'm shocked and awed by this one. 2 kills against the one on Illidan. Lucifron is still there, and he's jumping away. He's going for the dwarf bunny hop there. But he might actually go down. Once again, ADRD, those power slide talents doing so well for him. And Nika is there too. That shrine is still under the control of TeamLiquid. They have Abathur. Where's Abathur? Abathur actually just moved back again. He's trying to help out Lucifron. Oh, and the hop again. Hop, my rabbit. Hop, little rabbit. Hop, hop, hop. But yeah, the dwarf in this case does not make it. Down here, we have Vortex in the mid lane. He's of course trying to deny the Dragon Knight now. 10 kills against 4. Oh, how the tides do change. Right now, the roots, and again he interrupts it. And he interrupts it again. Wow, that was a close call. But here comes Falstad now, and Vortex, yeah, he needs to be very careful. They won't be able to deny that Dragon Knight. It's not going to happen. But he can buy some time. He can buy some time, and that is exactly what they need to do. The 20 talent for Gamers2, and they are looking very strong now. They're really moving in again, trying to get their kills in, and of course now they have a hardened shield. They also have the extra talent here with the Call of the Wild Timer that they're using. And as you can see, they're having Storm Shield. And guys, this Crowd Pleaser, this is a sick talent. This is a sick talent. Stage Dive's impact radius is bigger, and when you actually hit a target, when you hit a hero with it, you reduce the cooldown of the talent by 10 seconds. By 15. So if you basically hit 5 heroes, you can use it immediately again. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's so much fun. I've been using it the other day when I was playing ETC and was hopping all over the map. It's so damn cool. In this case, we're having them once again moving in against Leo, who is getting burned down on his Dragon Knight. He's not doing anything here. So with this, it's actually getting... Yeah, it's actually a bit annoying for Gamers2 that they're not able to get a keep here. I'm not going to be too happy about this one. But yeah, Demonic Form taken. The 20s are going to be ready any second right now for their opponents. And... where it is? There we go. It is Locust Nest. Locust Nest, Rewind on Muradin. Not going for the Hardened Shield. Interesting. So he feels that with Abathur and everything else going on for them, he's strong enough to really withstand the pressure. Abathur is once again up at the top, helping out here a bit. Also dodging. We're having ADRD and Nika right there. But yeah, Crowd Pleaser, it is an amazing talent. It's so much fun. Like, this is a talent. Of course you have a hardened shield, so it's a pretty tough call, but it's so much fun to take that talent. If you've played with ETC since the patch, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. If you hit, first of all, it's extremely easy to hit one of your stage dives, to at least hit 1 or 2 heroes, so you get a lot of value out of that already, but then you can even jump in again, and it's really, really good. You can even use it, jump into a fight, like be back, heal yourself, and then jump in again if your opponent, or if your allies just like try and poke a little bit against the opponent and don't really commit to the fight immediately, or if it's like, yeah, taken out there. So in this case, you know, having a double, by the way, besides the Storm Shield, we're also having now a double Blink. We're having Abathur. Look at those lanes. The problem for Abathur really are the lanes. There's not really a moment on the map or like any kind of position where he can jump in. He can go down here and get the Locust Nest in, but there's very little. He has one over here. The lanes are not pushed. Gamers2 is the one team that really controls the flow of the game by using everything that they have to keep those lanes pushed in against TeamLiquid, and that's very difficult to deal with for Abathur, because he wants to be out on the map. He wants to be all over the place. He wants to jump in, move back, drop that Locust Nest, the Locust Boot, and just look at that push at the bot lane where Gamers2 is now starting to once again apply the damage. They are doing extremely well. By the way, I think I actually said that ETC's last the Hardened Shield. He of course doesn't have that anymore. Sorry, my bad. He has a Storm Shield right now, not Hardened Shield. Looking at the Hardened Shield opportunity right now for Gamers2, yeah, it's the Hardened, Storm Shield, not Hardened Shield, that you can take on the hero, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the crowd pleaser is just a bit better. Storm Shield, of course. There are too many shields in this game. Like, you have the Shadow Shield, Storm Shield, Hardened Shield, and like Protective Shield. There's way too many of those. But yeah, so sorry for that. But of course the Storm Shield is still a pretty cool talent to take if you still feel that your team needs the sustain. There it is again! And he hits 4 heroes! He can jump again if he wants in just a few seconds. Lucifron getting all his heal up right now, and they're trying to win this one. Shihu is all moving back. Look at the top right though. There we have Abathur jumping in again. Down here on the other hand, the kill against Zagara. They're trying to move away. Blink heal is not up. He can't use it. Black Scorp gets away. Lucifron might actually escape too, but he has the stun. He dodges that, but he doesn't dodge the root. Black Scorp is trying to jump away, but he's followed immediately by Juve. They're trying to push that in. Up here at the top, we had ADRD using his stage dive again to jump back in. And now Abathur moving back, but yeah, good pressure against the key, but just not enough. Even with the monstrosity, he couldn't go for that. So right now we're having Shihu, Nika, Leo, and Juve going straight. Are they going for kill? There's 30 seconds on most of the heroes, so they could definitely try and go for it. Yep, they are moving in. They're trying to take this game. This is still a best of one. The Dragon Knight is also available, and we have in the mid lane already ETC moving straight towards there, but I don't think it's going to matter anymore. The core is already so low. And yes, this is Gamers2 with a victory against TeamLiquid. TL eliminated in the semi-final of the ZOTAC Cup. Congratulations to Gamers2 advancing to the final of the tournament.
Yeah, the push lineup that TeamLiquid was trying to play here did really a lot of work at the beginning of the game, but then later on Gamers2 just coming better into the game, gathering up that momentum and carrying that from a team fight into team fight. So TeamLiquid, unfortunately for them, not successful here. Their combination with Zagara, the monstrosity on Abathur, the Locust focus for Abathur as well, did not really work out. They never really got into a position where they could push enough, and of course after the mid game when Gamers2 started taking all those fights, it got really difficult for TeamLiquid to come back into the game. A pretty fast-paced game though, really back and forth, and we kind of enjoyed that. If you guys liked the video as well, make sure that you give it a thumbs up on YouTube, drop a comment in the comment section, and boys, of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Gonna see you guys next time here in Khaldor TV with more Heroes of the Storm. Have a great day and a good week.